Okay. I'm back. How's everybody doing? Because this is taking a toll on me. This is intense. 7 hours and some minutes ago I started this stream. And we are 2 rounds away from being done with the round robin, which man. Yeah, hosting tournaments is a grind. That's why I'm actually thinking of doing I want to do more tournaments than last year, but I want to do, I want to space them out better. Last year I did the New Year's tournament and then right into Ladies' Night, more or less. So that's why after this tournament, I'm thinking I'm going to do one in April. And then after that, I was kind of hoping to doing some sort of Summer Olympic kind of tournament. And then we'll see, because last tournament I hosted was in October. This one was in January. I think if I keep going with the second month of every season, I could probably do that. It seems to be just enough of a break that I am okay with that. It gives people enough time to raise monsters for these tournaments as well. And on top of that, I guess it just gives me a break that I need from this. But we got 2 rounds left to go, and actually I wanted to show this off because I did this really late last night. Let me take that off though, because we are back. But I'm going to be showing off this. Ta-da! It is a 14 entrant tournament grid. Yeah, so the idea is the first and second placing monsters are going to be seeded. And then every other monster is going to have to face off in 1 extra match. So I think this is probably going to make things like super interesting, I think. And yeah, I mean, how many matches is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it's 13 matches, which is essentially 2 rounds that we've been going through. So it should only take about an hour. A little bit more than an hour, actually. But we'll get back to the tournament grid and we'll get back to this. And we'll try to speed this along as quick as we can while still retaining some quality. Right now it's Huey Lewis versus Famine. Shiny Bot versus Bone Dragon. Man, I wish my frame limiter wouldn't make the game run at like 400 times speed, because I cannot control it, and I would really love to be able to speed up my game in these parts where it's just loading and we're not really doing anything. But, oh well. Oh, okay. Huey Lewis versus Famine. First match of the 12th round. Famine starts things off with Inferno. Huey Lewis doesn't like that. Cost him a lot of guts and did just over 200 damage. However, Huey Lewis does have a faster guts rate regen. Tries to go for a fist missile, but that one misses. Bite. Lands and angers Huey Lewis. Goes for a sledge fall, but that misses. Huey Lewis still angry. Gonna be easier to hit. Ravage. Lands. 231 damage. Huey Lewis needs to land an attack here. That's what a task bot is for? Yeah, I should get a task bot for the tournaments. But then, then I just have to set it up. And then I'd be watching mostly. I wouldn't be doing anything. I'd just be keeping track of stuff. And then the game would just inputs, you know. Maybe I should try that. I don't know. Is there a task bot for Monster Rancher 2? There must be. I mean, technically there's a task bot for everything, right? There's got to be a generic one where you could just be like, okay, hit these inputs. Famine needs another victory to clinch. Why do I keep using that word? I don't even know which one it is that I'm trying to use here. Anger. Huey Lewis goes for a drill shot, misses. Goes for a hammer fall, also misses. He needs to land these moves. You know, there's a TS speedrun. But how do you set up a tool-assisted speedrun? Clinch, yes. Right, because if this is a cinch, then it's easy. But when you clinch something, it's to obtain. Okay, thank you. Words are hard for me today. Huey Lewis, again, not being able to land a move, has to do something, pull something big out at the last second. Sledgefall misses though. And Huey Lewis, Famine, taking that one. Perfect victory. Okay. Can I hear my cat meow? I thought I did. Alright. Duplicate and move. And put you over here. And that's good. Alright. Now it's 4 versus 2. Seaward versus Tiny Timber. Did these two not fight yet? I thought they did. Huh. Well, Seaward is on a bit of a losing streak right now. We'll see if that continues. Meanwhile, Tiny Timber can't seem... It seems to be winning and losing at the same rate, but mostly losing. We'll see if he was able to defeat the undefeatable Ultimate. Will he be able to defeat the nearly unbeatable Seaward? Or will Seaward get a little bit of redemption here? Tiny Timber already behind a little bit here. Goes for a Curse Dance. Misses at 94%. That's just his luck, it seems. Tiny Timber now angry. And rightfully so after missing that. Soundwave. Dealing a little bit more damage. Tiny Timber back up to enough guts to be able to do stuff. Except for Curse Dance. Because that costs a lot. Explosion landing! Critting for 789 damage, but Tiny Timber down to a sliver of his health. Should be able to use one more move here. What will it be? Or will Seaward take the advantage? Nope. Tiny Timber goes for a Fire Spike. It lands, it crits! KOs Seaward. Finally, Explosion working in Tiny Timber's favor. And we might have another monster here. Put an X in Seaward's row. We'll see. Soundwave misses. Tiny Timber goes for a Fire Spike, but that misses as well. Combatants looking to land their first move of the match. Seaward up to 99 guts. Tiny Timber, not far behind. Tiny Timber goes for an explosion, lands it again, over 500 damage to himself. Deals less than 500 to Seaward. He did more damage to himself than Seaward. What? No! Numbing Stab. Tiny Timber falling even further behind. Knights in Ink. 50% to hits, and it does. Minus 29 guts. Tiny Timber having to hurry here. Uses Fire Juggler, rather. And that actually does it. Fire Juggler bringing Seaward just low enough in health that Tiny Timber takes it 2-0. Unbelievable. Seaward really falling behind here. Sorry, Nash, but your boy's on a bit of a losing streak here. Let's see here. That's the win there. And that is a loss there. Okay. Next match, 5 versus 14. Gil and Ultimate, 2 of the 4 special monsters in this tournament. The Swimming Mew, the cat doll with the Speedo, versus Ultimate, the ultimate weapon in human history. A toy duck that is colored like a watermelon that only shoots laser beams out of its eyes. Truly the ultimate weapon. Will the swimmer be able to beat the watermelon duck? Let's find out. Battle of the Toys. Yeah, actually. Alright. You know, it does kind of look like Ultimate has flippers, doesn't it? Like, scuba diving flippers. Beam Shower lands, crits, over 200 damage. Gil. Gonna have to use one of its few moves. Only has Flail and Diving Press. And it lands the Flail. That is one of the most devastating moves in the tournament. Deals 513 damage, and it is back into Gil's favor. However, Ultimate lands a Maximal Beam. 466 damage on the crits. Gets Gil angry, but it did so much withering that neither combatant gonna have enough time to get the guts to use another move. Oops. Of course. I think I'm okay to just jump right back into this match. One thing that not a lot of people know is if you enter a match and back out, whatever move the monster had at the end of the match stays where it was. But some people like to have their moves specifically in a specific order. So, and if that were the case, all you would have to do is reload the monster and all of the moves would be in the order that you left them with. But I think with these two combatants, with a combined total of 5 moves, I think it's okay. Gil continuing to be lasered in the face. You'd think the goggles would help him a little bit, but because they're not actually shaded, they're not helping him from the bright lights at all. 386 from that flail there. Getting Ultimate angry. That guts regen is off the charts. Look at it go. Beam Shower misses. Gil building up guts. Ultimate deciding which move to use with all of its guts. Goes with Frantic Beam. That one misses. And Gil in the slot, but he didn't use a move! No! Gil was standing right there. Right in the 3rd slot where it has its only moves. And just had a brain fart moment or something. Just didn't know. It's just deer caught in the headlights. Couldn't really do anything. So Gil losing to the ultimate weapon. There we go. Now the only one left to take down the ultimate weapon is Famine. I wonder if he will be able to do it, but that is not the match we're going to now. We are going to Shockwave versus Dodge. Alright. Nope, wrong one. Can't forget, I accidentally saved the wrong file onto the master file here, so I have to go into this one, memory card slot 2, to be able to load the proper dodge. A good second choice would be Flash, who's the next monster in the file. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, man. We're in the second to last round. I mean, even if it was the first round, I'd say no. Because I have the grid set up with Gil, and I'm not prepared to set up a different monster at this time. A couple of sound waves really piercing Shockwave's ears, but a couple of 1-2 punches brings this back into Shockwave's favor. Screech, however. These basic techs, again, the basic techs keep swapping who is winning. However, Kung Fu Fist, putting about 200 damage between the two of them. Shockwave letting out even more farts, some deadly gas. Very stinky. And of course, hard mode, gas actually does a little bit of damage, so that's why you're seeing, so far, I think it was a combined total of over 100 damage that gas has done in this fight. And it certainly helped propel Shockwave into winning that first of the best of 3. I'm a bit paranoid because the cat really loves to sleep during the day, but when you have a quiet cat, it could get up into some trouble. Dragon Kick misses after a couple of sound waves, hitting Shockwave. Another sound wave. Yeah, that's the problem with gimmick monsters, is that they can do well, but it's harder for a gimmick monster to do well than for a serious monster to succeed. Big Bang misses, and I think that'll finish this match up. Dodge. Continuing to Soundwave, though it doesn't matter, Shockwave does not have enough guts to be able to use another move, nor will it gain enough to do so. Damn it! Every time. Every time. And you know, because these monsters have more than one move in each slot, I'm going to reload. Let's see. The ultimate weapon beats Gil. Tiny Timber beats Seaward. And I accidentally exited the match before we can get to the third of the best of 3, so just reloading them so then they have the moves in the right slots. I'm not sure about Jason, but I think Bio, the biologist, probably has the moves in the slots that they want. Yeah, look at that. Dragon Kick right off the bat and Big Bang. I'm glad I reloaded. Spin Kick landing 398 damage to start off the match. Knockalypse also landing, though, 385 damage. Not enough to give Dodge the lead, but certainly a lot of damage. Also, it's very close between Shockwave and Dodge. Yeah. Charge lands. Dragon Kick also lands, 343 damage. Dodge does not like that one. Goes for an angry Knockalypse. 404 damage. And Shockwave is now angry. If it can build up enough guts to do one more move, it might be able to win here. Oh, combatants have the exact same amount of guts. And not enough time for Shockwave to use one more move. So Dodge takes that. Yeah, 404, move not found. Victory not found for Shockwave, at least. Here we go. Duplicates. And that was a win for Dodge against number 6. And a loss for Shockwave against number 13. Okay. Alright. Next match, 7 versus 12. We're more than halfway done. Round 12. So a round and a half to go, and then the elimination can begin. Right now, it is Princess Tiny Feet versus Chi. This song is gonna be stuck in my head. This song is going to be stuck for there a while. Oh, it's gone. Okay, I didn't have to. I didn't have to try to finish that line that I had screwed up, but I tried anyways. Princess Tiny Feet versus Chi. We have the special Pixie. It's based off of Mia from Tekken, I believe, is the fighting game that she's from. And of course, Princess Tiny Feet is a reference to Venture Brothers. I think she appears once or twice and has a total of something like 30 seconds of screen time, but a very minor character that's left a great impact on Jack, apparently. Chi, on the other hand, a monster that was in Joy of Ranching for a while ago, and has made a comeback. Of course, edited stats to fit with the anything goes mentality. Princess Tiny Feet starts off with Ray. She gets angry and tries to squish her, but she's not into smothering. She is into banging her opponents, though. She down to almost half of its health. Decides to punch Princess Tiny Feet. That doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Giga Ray also lands. Princess Tiny Feet is unstoppable at the moment. Keeps landing all of these great hitting moves. Horn Attack lands and crits. 288 damage. Mega Ray from Princess Tiny Feet now misses. If that's some sort of fetish or something, I don't want to click it, but I want to click it, so... Spoiler. Interesting. Alright, as Princess Tiny Feet secures her victory and runs out the clock, I'm going to click this and see what this is. Yep, that's just Princess Tiny Feet with a gag in her mouth, because that's actually what she's into, so... Flying Press. First move to start us off here. Princess Tiny Feet at 690. Nice-ish. Heel Raid misses. Another heel raid. Princess Tiny Feet trying to show off her tiny feet, but she's not having any of it. Goes for another flying press. Another flattening. Maybe Princess Tiny Feet is into smothering. Because that's 2 times in a row she got hit by that. Bang. Dealing not a huge amount of damage, but withering enough. She should be able to use another move before Chi gets a chance to. Princess Tiny Feet goes for Bolt instead of Lifesteal in that 3rd slot, and Chi takes a victory in the 2nd match. And here we are. Best of 3. 1 apiece. Princess Tiny Feet absolutely annihilating Chi the first time, and then just not being able to land some super heavy moves the 2nd time around, whereas Chi flattened her more than once. However, she seems to be having a change of heart about her opponents. She kisses him incessantly. Chi building up guts with anger, however, going to be easier to hit. 70% on the bang. It lands 256 damage. And now Chi has an opportunity to respond. However, Princess Tiny Feet tries to take the initiative and misses a ray. High kick. Chi is just not wanting to use any kind of move, it seems. All of those kisses has changed his feelings about Princess Tiny Feet, although he does attack her with his horn. Not once, but twice. High kick. Check out these tiny feet. Chi doesn't want to, however, it's too late. The Tiny Feet take it. And we go to the grid to add another circle to Princess Tiny Feet's row. There it is. And duplicate. There. Okay. Alrighty. Next match is 8 versus 11. Clothesline and Sakamoto. We have a feudal Japan set of armor versus the tiniest black robot that you'll ever see. And yea, I say unto thee, they that sow the wind shall reap the mother-loving wind. Whirlwind, sorry. Alright, oh yeah, her last match will be against Gluto, huh? Well, Gluto, yeah, I mean, he's won 1 match already this tournament, so could go any which way, really. We'll see. But that's that match. This is this match. Tinybot versus Old Armor. Lightning trying to short circuit this robot, but can't seem to land it. Burst Cannon, on the other hand, 410 with the crits. That is a significant amount of damage. Combatants building up guts, deciding what to do. Sakamoto goes for the Legend Pulse, lands it, 255 damage, and those guts are gone. Clothesline now having to do a little bit of waiting before it can attack again. If it can attack at all. Sakamoto could wither some more guts here. We'll just have to wait and see. Another Legend Pulse landing again. And that'll do it. Clothesline falling behind Sakamoto. Sakamoto doing a significant amount of damage to itself, but not enough to lose this one. So much withering, I know. Almost lost to recall, yeah. Yeah, if he dealt 30 more damage to himself, or 30 less damage to his opponent. He could have lost that one by hurting himself. Okay. What do we got here? Another Legend Pulse, 171 damage to himself, but lands it, 400 damage. Not able to bring himself into a leading position, though. Still behind. Anger wears off. Sakamoto in position to use another attack. Goes for lightning, 51% to hit, and it does! I believe that'll be it. I don't think Clothesline has enough time to build up guts here, so Sakamoto with the heavy hitting moves manages to beat Clothesline 2-0. All right. And then last match of the 12th round, 9 versus 10. Justicia versus Gluto. This isn't looking too bad, this tournament grid. Gluto jobbing quite a bit. A couple other monsters on the board that don't have a ton of wins to their name. But then you have Ultimate, you have Famine, you have C-Word. You have monsters that are really pulling ahead of the pack, and you can see why. You can see why they have such I mean, Famine not so much. C-Word starting to fall from grace, but you can see why Ultimate is doing so well. It's just, it has such a high guts regen rate and so much withering that there's no stopping it. Once it hits you, then good luck trying to get enough guts to come back. Rolling press right off the bat, 171 damage and a little bit of guts lost. But however, that move taking 10 seconds off the clock, Justicia has the guts back after that. What is he going to do with them? Nothing, because Gluto is going to attack with a belly attack. Still building up guts. Really wants to secure a victory here. Cut in two. Followed by Rush Slash, but that one misses. Rush Slash landing this time. Activating Gluto's power. He goes for a belly attack. 213 damage. Procs Anger. Another belly attack. 161 damage. Another belly attack. Not able to land. Not able to do damage. And then an angry home run. He swung for the fences and just gutted Gluto. As we go into the second of the best of three. Wind God Sword, one hit KO, fastest match of the tournament. 4 seconds long. Which you wouldn't think would happen in a no stat cap tournament. But it did. It did. Okay. And with that, we are into the last round of the round robin. Oh boy, this has been a long time coming. And I'm so glad that it's almost here. Looking at the board, what do we have? So Ultimate taking a very significant lead. After that, is C-Word still... Yeah, C-Word is still in second place. Because he is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 4 overall. But then who's after that? Oh, actually, Dodge. Dodge is also 8 and 4. Wow. Pretty good considering that I had the wrong save file to start, but he had a good start also. Behind them, Famine is 6, 7, and 5. Tiny Timber is also 7 and 5. Unless my math is wrong. No, my math is wrong. 6 and 6. Yeah. Yeah, with 500 life, it is what it is. Exactly. I think if it had 999 life, it would have a better chance. It would probably win a couple of more matches. But I asked the rancher, like, hey, you sure you want to do this? And he said, yeah, let's go for it. So, let's see. Sakamoto is 7 and 5. Justicia is 7 and 5. Yeah, wow. Huh. There's quite a few monsters here that are now tied, which is going to be interesting for the elimination bracket. But let's finish off the round robin, shall we? Let's not delay it any longer. Starting things off, Huey Lewis and Tiny Timber. Huey Lewis needs this win in order to tie Tiny Timber, actually. Whereas Tiny Timber is kind of hoping to get that 7 and 6 overall to be above the average. So let's get going. Just over 8 hours live, and we're in the last round of the round robin of the tournaments, but we still have to do the elimination. Regardless, it's clear that Ultimate is the winner of the round robin. We'll see who can place second overall. Curse Dance landing on Huey Lewis, getting him angry. Their guts regen rate now very similar. Huey Lewis lands a sledge fall, proccing Fury in Tiny Timber. Is this the first time we're going to see somebody use Fury? It is. Fire Juggler misses, though. That would have done a significant amount of withering and damage as Fury increases both. Huey Lewis taking the lead here. Tiny Timber trying to build up some guts. Wants to go for another move, but what is it? It's going to be Raki combo. And it lands! However, it does not deal enough damage. Just 3%. 3.1%. And Huey Lewis takes the first of the best of 3. Tiny Timber gonna have to win 2 in a row now. Heaven Pierce misses. That's a lot of guts gone for Huey Lewis. Tiny Timber takes that opportunity to use Curse Dance. More guts gone for Huey Lewis, but again, procs the anger. And yeah, actually, Huey Lewis's guts regen is faster with anger than Tiny Tim's. Although, Tiny Tim now is angry. Goes for an angry explosion. He lands it! Minus 99 guts. Huey Lewis is furious that this very inaccurate move managed to land. And is just sitting at a fraction of his total health. Tiny Timber has more guts, goes for another explosion, lands another one. 579 damage. Tiny Timber really risking the biscuits by blowing up over and over again. And this is the best of 3. Huey Lewis bringing Tiny Timber down the first time. Tiny Timber blowing up in his face the second time. How will this one fare? Fire Juggler lands. Minus 38 guts, and more than half of Huey Lewis's health is gone. An angry drill shot takes away 23 guts and crits as well for well over 200 damage. 254 to be exact. Combatants have enough guts to use moves. Laser Sword missing at 48%. Tiny Timber has an advantage now. Which move will he go with? Another Fire Juggler misses this time. That 59% didn't go in his favor this time. Dog is barking downstairs, it sounds like. Tiny Timber goes for an explosion again. Only 9 damage to himself. Wow. However, Huey Lewis sees this as an opportunity, starts kicking the little baby doll. And anger at the last second, Huey Lewis takes the victory. 1-1. Or 2-1, really. Oh my god. I'm just surprised Tiny Timber didn't lose. Or make himself lose with that explosion. Or did he? No, it wasn't that close. But, damn, that was close. Again, another one of those matchups where, just depending on how the dice fall, it could go either way. So now, Tiny Timber and Huey Lewis, both 6 and 7. Yeah, Stardust. I mean, Stardust should actually somebody PM him and let him know that he beat Seaward. Yep, Ultimate has 1 loss, and perhaps another coming up here as we go into the next match. It is Famine versus Ultimate. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I imagine Stardust wouldn't be too happy that so many explosions landed on him, but he did get the win. And I don't know. I think I would private message him, but I'm in the middle of streaming. Somebody's trying to call me, but I can't answer. So, actually I could answer. Give me a sec. That's so dumb. So I just missed a call, and I called them back, and they didn't answer. What the hell? And there's still a dog barking. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hey, Grim. Yeah, the tournament's still going. Is it only when I'm talking? What the hell? Okay. All right. That is Ultimates winning that one. But that's only the first of the best of 3. Man, I'm telling you, Ice Bear, I tried to warn you. Everybody has max stats. All you would have to do is just turn on the cheats to max all the stats, and I think Gluto would have done really well, actually. Even if it had just max life, I think it would have done great. Or, sorry, done better. But Famine starting this match off really well with a Tail Whip and Inferno. However, Ultimate's going to try to even things out with a Frantic Beam. What is this? Oh my god. Stupid autocorrect too. Alright. Ultimate pulling ahead by just a little bit here. Famine could try to do something, but Ultimate runs out the clock at the last second. And takes the 2-1 victory. Mark that down. Ultimate completely undefeated except for that early match against Tiny Timber. Surprising, but you know, that's how it goes. Jeez. I got way too many layers here. Wow. There we go. Alright, I gotta set up the next match real quick and then make a phone call. Because somebody keeps trying to call me, and when I try to call them, for some reason, it didn't go through. Oh, son of a... Yep, come on. There we go. Haha! It is now 4 versus 13 C-word versus Dodge. I can't get it. Jesus. Wait. Yeah, even in the misclick, Ultimate wins. Yeah. A watermelon. It is the ultimate weapon. A toy duck watermelon with laser eyes. Now watch him job the eliminations. Yeah, the eliminations are going to be interesting because it's just one and done. But this is still best of 3. Seaward versus Dodge. I need to make a phone call, so give me a second while I get this match underway. Hello. So, yeah, see, we're just annihilating Dodge. 2-0. Sorry, my girlfriend is sick and she's actually at work right now. And she wanted to know if I would come over for, or if I would like to go out for supper. To which I said, yeah, but I might still be streaming. So we are going to try to hurry this along. She invited me out for a couple of hours, or in a couple of hours. That's when she wanted me to go out, but we just need to hurry this along. Gil versus Chi. The swimmer versus the desert beetle. Oh yeah, plenty of time. If only I didn't have an elimination tournament to do right after this, so. Which I guess I could just do another day, but I really don't want to put it off. Especially when it seems like everybody is just now coming back to the stream. Alright, Swimmer Mew versus Beeklin Bajarl. Let's begin. Flying press right off the bat. Gil is not impressed with that dive. Goes for a flail. That front crawl. Really laying into Chi. That wasn't even a crit. Chi and Gil, I believe, are at about the same level in the round robin here. Flail. Lands again. 352 damage. Chi. Long uphill road to try to get back into this match. Unless he quits something big. I don't think he's going to have this one. Flying press again. Misses. And Gil running out the clock with a diving press. Not that it was necessary, but who doesn't love a good dive, right? Yeah, Gil with all the swimming strats. Helping him out in this matchup, at least. Not doing too bad overall, but could be doing better perhaps with maybe one or two other moves. The dive assault landing nearly 300 damage. Gil has a little bit of work now himself to try to get back into this. However, that is just one flail. Or two. Or like half of a flail. 707 damage. Chi is in the yellow. Not sure what he's gonna have to do here to get back into this. At least he already landed a move, so if he continues to do so, which he doesn't, then he might have still stood a chance, but he missed that dive assault, or spiral attack, or whatever it's called. And this is Gil's match to have. Could be a one-hit KO if Gil had 99 guts. Yeah. Could be. That there would be enough enough damage discrepancy there that I think if he had 99 guts and Chi had no guts, then yeah. Could be easily done. But it would have to crit too, so it'd be like all the stars would have to align for it to be a one-hit KO. Sakamoto versus Shockwave. Let's go. All right. So Sakamoto, the heavy-hitting Durhan in the tournament, actually doing really well. 7 and 5 at the moment, I believe. Whereas Shockwave, I actually don't know where Shockwave is on the board. Might also be 7 and 5, but I guess we'll find out after this match. That dragon kick making Sakamoto angry. He's like, wait a second, you're not a dragon. He's mad at that. Thunderbolt landing, taking away a lot of Shockwave's guts. And putting this back into Sakamoto's favor. Sakamoto goes with lightning. Misses, though. Shockwave now trying to fart on the opponent. That probably would have been enough to get into the winning position. Legend Pulse, 293 damage to itself. 243 damage to Shockwave. He is now... Oh. He is, he just caused himself to lose this one. Yeah, he did less damage to Shockwave than he did to himself. Sakamoto throwing in the towel, more or less. Saying, I would rather hurt myself than hurt my opponent. And Shockwave taking that victory. Sniff. Sniff. Shockwave starting off with a big bang. Lands it right in the groinal area of Sakamoto. Sakamoto goes for his own huge move. Legend Pulse misses, however. Still angry. So he got a little bit of Guts regen back. Not too bad. Shockwave goes for a spin kick. Misses. This Kung Fu Rabbit can't seem to land after that Big Bang attack. Thunderbolt, however, misses as well. Shockwave in the winning position here. Sakamoto gonna have to do something pretty big. Maybe a crit Legend Pulse that doesn't do too much damage to itself. We'll see. Kung Fu Fist does land. Or maybe a crit Thunderbolt could work too. Thunderbolt, here it is, 38%. It misses though. And Shockwave, with the perfect victory in the second fight there, takes the best of 3. And we're moving on to the next battle, 7 versus 10. That will be Princess Tiny Feet and Gluto. As soon as I update to the grid here. Easy. Alright. So yeah. Shockwave now 8 and 6 to end things off. Sakamoto, however, 7 and 6. Wait, I counted wrong somewhere. Hang on. Sakamoto is 6 and 7. Okay. Shockwave is 8 and 6. Huh. Yeah, let's just continue on. Princess Tiny Feet and Gluto. Let's get it on. Get it on. And there we are. Speed things up a little bit. Princess Tiny Feet and Gluto. Second to last match of the 13th round of the round robin. Starts things off with Giga Ray proccing Gluto's power. Gluto gonna have to do a huge move here. Rolling press. Doesn't land though. And power is gone. Princess Tiny Feet could kiss or kick or do a lot of things to Gluto to knock it out right now. But Gluto is a fast whale. He's deceptively fast for his size. Princess Tiny Feet decides to go with the accurate bolt. Mega Ray, however, not too accurate. Scratch. Misses. It's his tiny feet. Goes for another bolt. Only 25 health left for Gluto. Anything could KO it right now. Even a kiss. And ending things with a bang. And the unnecessary grit to end off that match. But it is best of 3, so who knows? Maybe Gluto will be able to land some attacks here in the second of the best of 3. Bang. Power. Body press? Body press? Ah, rolling press. Ooh, but a power rolling press. 414 damage didn't crit, but that did flatten Princess Tiny Feet. We do know that she is into smothering, as we learned in her match against Chi, just in the last round here. Belly attack, misses. And Princess Tiny Feet gives the kiss of death, but Gluto is coming back for more. Just cannot keep this whale down until you actually bang it to death, and then it does stay down. But Princess Tiny Feet wins 2 in a row. And we go to the last match of the round robin. Finally, after 8.5 hours of streaming, we are finally about to end the round robin. My throat is sore. My eyes are sore. I'm tired. And we're going to end things off with Clothesline and Justicia. Here we go. Let's see. There it is. Rum soothes your throat. I don't think rum does that for me. I think rum does the exact opposite. Perhaps, maybe. I might be thinking of beer. I know beer causes my throat to get a little sore. But then again, I am also drinking a pop, which I know can't be good for my throat. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Justicia trying to come back with a Wind God Sword, lands it at 66% and Clothesline. Gonna have to do something good. Lemon and ice, oh yeah. No, cold drinks for sure are great for the throat. Lemon, yep. Ginger, I know ginger's good for the stomach, but is that like ginger ale? Why? I don't think ginger ale would be great for the throat. Burst Cannon lands, Clothesline closing the gap between these two combatants. However, will he be able to gain enough guts to be able to use another move to finish the job? Or will Justicia use a move, run the clock? We're going to go with that second latter option. Yeah, timer is at 0. Clothesline doesn't have any time left to do anything. Will this be the last match of the round robin? Or will Clothesline come back and potentially win this? Wind God Sword again, 320 damage. That is a great start for Justicia. Napalm Shot. Not a bad start for Clothesline to get some moves on his board. Get some damage done to Justicia. And I know I keep changing how I pronounce it, but somebody said that it could be pronounced this way or that way, and I keep flipping between the two. I don't think it matters too much, but, you know. Hope it doesn't get too annoying, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Justicia goes for a home run. Misses, though. Clothesline has to land a move. Has the guts advantage. Cut in two, though. Gonna run the clock a little bit here. Will that be enough time? No. Yo-yo. Clothesline still has chance to use a move. Lands the sledge fall. And Clothesline able to send this one to 3. Overtime. Sudden death. Tiebreaker. Will Clothesline be able to cinch this victory against this knight? Or will Justicia bring justice to this round robin and secure a victory here? Cut in 2, doing more damage than Fist Missile. Rolling slash now. Misses. Eating up a lot of time on the clock there. Burst Cannon misses at 66%. So that's going to cost Clothesline. We'll see what happens next. Wind Godsword lands at 67%. Clothesline has to land something big if he wants to win this match in the next 15 seconds. Time is running out. Goes for a basic tech kick. No, that's not going to do it. Will he have enough time to use another move? Justicia uses cut in 2. Doesn't do any withering, but that's okay because Clothesline didn't decide to use a move at the end there. Not in alcohol, cigarettes, but energy drinks are fine. Yeah. I mean, I smoke a little bit of weed. Canada, eh? And not a whole lot. Like, I don't go out and get my own. But I try not to smoke too much because I do use my voice for a living, so it is important that I keep it safe. But that does it for the round robin. Here we are, 8.5 hours later. Wow. I sort of expected it to be a little bit shorter. I certainly didn't expect to take so many breaks, but yeah. There you go. 8.5 hours of 14 combatants in a round robin tournament. Ultimate taking the round robin victory. And then I believe we have a tie for second place. Let me get a text box here. Can anybody really quickly see who is where and everything? Hey, nope. Don't put that there. There we go. Maybe like that? Yeah, there we go. All right. Woo! First, and let's see. Yep, almost dropped my controller. C-Word with 4 losses. Dodge with 5 losses. Famine, 6 losses. Okay, well, we know C-Word is second then. Why does it keep defaulting to 62? That's kind of annoying. Okay. And who's third? Is there a tie for third? Because Dodge and Famine both have 5 losses. Oh! And Justicia also has 5 losses. Or no, Famine has 6, right? Yeah, Famine has 6 losses. And 7 wins. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So Justicia and dodge. Looks like they both have third place. Yeah, no, there's no other. Okay, so tied for third. Would you look at that? And why is it behind that? That's so weird. Wow, this is freaking great. The formatting. Thank you. And then duplicate. And we move it up to here. All right. Well, would you look at that? Oh, all right. So that's just the top three. I actually need to go and see how the rest of these are. Oh, man. It cuts off half the text? I wonder if I could... Hang on. How about now? Is that better, Ketchup? It's actually a little better for me, too. So, if that works for you, then we're going to continue along here. Let's see. Shockwave has 7 wins. Yeah, no worries. Hang on, I actually have an idea. Let's do this. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and... Oh, that's how. Okay. I can actually change the default size here. Nice. I'm going to go around and number how many wins everybody has. So that way it should be easy. Just be like, oh, okay. You're here, you're here, you're there. 2, 6, 7. 7 wins for Famine as well. Tiny Timber. This is Tiny Timber sitting at 6 wins. How about there? Oh, too high. Alright. 6 wins for Huey. Princess Tiny Feet with 7 wins. Nice. Very nice. Nicely done, Princess. Clothesline with 4. Oops, I hit 7. Oops. We already know Justicia is tied for 3rd. We know you got 1 win there, Gluto. You managed to squeak 1 win. 7 wins for Sakamoto. Four wins for Chi. Oops. Uh-oh. What have I done? Alright, there we go. Alright, so... let's see. 7s... We have a 4-way tie for 5th place. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. And last one. There we go. Famine. Oh, I should have said tied. I guess I can do that real quick. T. 5th. Okay. Tied for 5th. Tied for 5th. And tied for 5th. Alright. I know this is riveting action, but we kind of need to do this because we need to know what the order is for the next matchup, or for the elimination rather. Let's see. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Tiny Timber and Huey Lewis tied for 9th. Wow. That's too bad, because my monster is the only one that beats the ultimate weapon. Oh well. What do you do? Gil is straight up just number 11. No ties there. Oh yeah. What am I doing? Okay. Old Gil. And then we have Clothesline and Chi tied for 12th. And last thing's last. As soon as I move this. Gluto bringing up the rear in 14th. Okay. Alright, and that's what the standings look like after 8.5 hours of round robin. Now we need to put this onto the grid. So you know what? I'm just gonna take my time to do that. We'll take a break, go get some water, go to the bathroom, and we'll be right back.